You know what you got to do, right? You got to pop it in your mouth, clean it up. Ah, he's like, not if it came out of a rat hole.
Oh, why did you have to say rat hole?
Yeah.
Get a load of this guy. We've been talking for like 2 hours. That guy just can't get enough of him. Serious. Hey, so tell me, what's your channel?
Oh, my channel is Ask Jeff Williams. And yeah, I think you'll come out there and you want to see that, because then you can ask me questions. That's why they call it Ask Jeff Williams, because people ask me where to find gold. And we do a bunch of gold mining and mine exploration, mostly gold mining. If you want to know geology, I might even be able to chew the fat with you on that too.
I have to admit, when I first started checking his videos out, I could not stop watching it. It was really awesome.
Really? You like that?
Yeah.
You
did not disappoint in real life either.
Huh?
You did not disappoint in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're just like you are in your videos.
People ask me that all the time.
I'm so laid back, but you're like, let's go gold.
I'm telling you, I'm 120% all the time.
I guarantee it. Hey, so tell me a little bit about where we're at.
Oh.
Just, as much as you're willing.
I know, right? Well, right now we're in a very famous place. One of my favorite places. This is out in the Lost Basin Range, formerly known as King Tut Placers. And I used to live out here, and this is a beautiful area. And this place is known to produce gold nuggets since the 1930s. In fact, there's a mine right over the hill that produced 30,000 ounces worth of gold.
Wow.
And
that's like a pretty big operation. I saw it coming in.
Yeah.
Is that the one I saw coming in?
Exactly.
Yeah,
you can see that
awesome.
huge ant hill. And you can still go through there. I know the owner of that mine too.
Wow.
And you can go through those tailings and still pan out gold, because their machines were so, they weren't as efficient as they are today.
Yeah.
And so you can run that stuff. Matter of fact, that's what he's doing. He's setting up a trauma. That's his retirement home.
Oh, wow.
And so
that's awesome.
It's already out of the ground. You can't beat it. So maybe if we get enough time, we'll go up and say hi to him. So.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? We're going to do some detecting?
Yeah, we're going to do some metal detecting today. We're going to hunt some of these arroyos out here and see if we can find any little pickers or something like that we can get up. Maybe a 5-ouncer. Would you like that? Oh, man.
Why stop at 5?
No,
why stop at 5?
I know,
12.
Right? I'm so limited. What am I saying? 100-ouncer. Crazy man.
Well, I was out yesterday just wandering around. I tripped over a landmine.
Oh, really?
I did. I tripped over a landmine.
Oh, was it a cow pie?
No, it was a real landmine.
Oh, really? That's what we call cow pies out here.
You want to trip over a nugget about the size of an anti-tank mine.
Oh, yeah. Those are about that big.
Well, a little bit smaller than that. That's okay.
Like that.
All right, we're going to get to it, and we're going to find some gold.
Yeah, we're going to set up machines and have some fun, and hopefully find some nuggets out here. And you guys probably don't know it, but of course I know what I'm going to say. So come on, let's go. Oh, you don't know what I'm going to say.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What did I get myself into?
Well, you got to remember, I haven't really talked to anybody in like a month.
Oh,
I've been with like a couple people, a few days, and that's it.
Wow. Okay.
Let's do it, man.
We're going to sit around and tell jokes all day.
That's pretty much what we've been doing.
All right, so what we're doing is I'm going to teach you what I know about this area, the arroyos, the geology, and then I'm going to turn you loose and see what you can find on your own. So, and I know you know how to find gold because you can find stuff like tin cans and stuff, right? So anyway, I'm going to teach them what I know how to do, and then in the meantime, we're going to chew the fat about, I don't know, what crazy YouTubers talk about,
What do they talk about?
I don't know.
No, let's get to it so we can actually dig a target or something together. I do have my little, plastic thingy.
Well, I got if you want them.
Oh, you got a nice one.
Yeah, see the little riffles in there?
Yeah.
I can use it as a gold pan if I want to. I'll get you a better one. I don't like that one.
I don't like it either, but it's the only one I could find before I left. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll take care of them. I always take care of them. So anyway, we're going to go out with a chig. And it sounds so funny, Aquachigger.
What?
Because I haven't said that since I was in Missouri, because I bit my chiggers all the time. Out here in the desert, you get oompa oompas that bite you. I'll tell you what those are.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to know those. I'm going commando right now. I don't want to know what those are. I've been out here a month. I really haven't done my laundry. I only wash my shirt every once in a while.
Oh, that's what that was.
I came out here with one short sleeve shirt.
What?
I have like a dozen long sleeves because, it's cold back home.
Right.
I get out here, it's like roasting every day.
Oh, no.
One shirt. I've been washing it, though.
Yeah.
Washed it last night, and I took a bath last night in the desert.
Really?
Just for you guys.
Wow. Like a military bath, where
I use my gold pan.
Right.
Water.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing those.
Yeah,
back in the day. And then do a dry shave, too. Ooh, I hated that. Remember that? Time to draw, Shade.
Why did you grab your crotch when you did that?
Huh?
He's not right. Can we go digging now? I need to put my headphones on for a few minutes.
They had a skip loader, which is in between the Bobcat and a front end loader.
Yeah, we talked about this for about half an hour trying to figure out what a skip loader is. I've never heard of that.
If you don't know what a skip loader is,
you're from back east.
Leave a comment down below. So anyway,
hey, I like it. That's good.
There you
That's
go.
good.
If
Yeah.
you know what it is.
I have stuff to learn from you.
So everybody can read what it is. All right,
so these got these little ponds
because they were running water in here, and they had a small wash plant in here not too long ago, and they were feeding it in the wash plant, and then they would run it through 2 circulation ponds. One was for settling, and the other one was pumping out of, and they got a ton of gold out of this one section. Well, what I was telling you is, as you go up the hill, the natural bedrock is caliche. It's a false bedrock, and that's where a lot of your gold's settling. Now, the gold is actually coming from red clay, which is from the Muddy Creek Formation that came in during the Precambrian period. And
that was like a
that was like
million?
at least a couple weeks ago. So, at least a couple million years ago. So, you're going to find a lot of gold out here in that red clay. And that's what you're looking for, is that nasty red clay. And when I see some, I'll show it to you.
Okay, good.
So that's where most of the gold's coming from. And then over thousands of years, it gets eroded out of that red clay, and it gets caught in these arroyos. And so that's what we're hunting for.
Nice.
And the neat thing is as you get up to the top of these arroyos, you hit the delta, and the delta is where a lot of that old red clay is still sitting. It hasn't washed out yet.
Oh, cool. So you can show that to me.
Yeah, we're going to work our way up and see if we can hit some targets. And I'm going to show you where people have done really, really well in the past. I mean, they're just pulling out tons of gold. We haven't been here in a while, but I have a feeling there's still some gold left here. And we're standing in a rich zone, one mile wide, 7 miles long. Nothing but giant nuggets all the way through. And they all came from Quartz Veins up on the ridge.
Giant nuggets. Nothing but giant nuggets.
Giant nuggets. Dry washers are what you use to get the gold out of the soil when you don't have water. That's the name, dry washer. So whenever you see these piles of dirt, you'll see the tailing pile, which is the finer classified material, and the coarser material, which is called a header pile, which is the stuff that didn't go through the classifier. You see these things, you know you're in good luck, because people don't dry wash this much material if they're not finding anything. So you start finding these dry washer piles in these arroyos that you're sitting in, and that is a good sign. Now, I always advocate to hunt these piles of dirt, because a lot of people will never detect the coarse pile because they just brought their dry washer. They don't bring metal. And if you happen to have, say, a nice chunk of quartz that has gold running through it, you can't tell by looking at it. You have to use a metal detector. So I say hunt the header piles. Also hunt the tailing piles. I've seen so many guys put their machines on too steep because they're impatient for that gold. Runs that material out so fast, and the fine gold will actually ride on top of it right out the box. And especially if that material is moist and soft. I tell people, make sure that you metal detect your tails too, just to be safe. And for me, what I do is I'll actually get my pan under there as it's coming off the back end of the box, take it over and I'll pan it. It's a lot faster. That way I can see if my box is calibrated properly for the soil that I'm working.
Now you do dry panning or wet panning?
No. I always do wet panning.
Okay.
It's so much superior over dry pan. That's only an emergency situation. If I'm out prospecting, I'll dry pan. So every hour or so, I'll get in there just like the big boys do, and I'll get up underneath the bottom of that box. I'll get a full pan, and I'll pan it out with some jet dry to break the surface tension of the water. And I'll check to see if I got even the smallest amount of gold, make sure my box is calibrated right for the type of ground that I'm working. That's very important. A lot of people don't do that. They watch a bunch of YouTube videos and they say, well, I'll just set it up, 1 degree of drop for every inch of box or something to that effect. And they didn't take into effect that the soil is a little bit damp. Damp soil needs time to dry, needs time to sit in the box. So you want to decrease that pitch and let it sit in there just a little bit longer. If not, the gold will stick to that moist material and ride right out the box. So
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You were going through that discussion, and you had mentioned that, when they get out here looking for gold, that the guys get really impatient. They just want to find the gold.
Yep, all the time.
Now, we don't have that problem, do we?
No.
We're still talking.
Oh, he's a rascal. He's definitely a rascal.
It's like watching paint dry. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, he's getting louder. Come on. Right there. Look at that monker.
So I've never seen anyone do that technique. It's like a dry washer technique.
The riffles keep the gold from being blown out, and then I just blow the dust out.
Where'd you get something like that? I've never seen a scoop like that.
Oh yeah, these are the riffled scoopers. You can get one of these from the Gold Lady in Goldman. I was going to say Nevada. Goldman, Arizona. She's going to hate me for that. And she's got tons of these things, and also Doc's Detecting in Las Vegas has them. And I swear by them. She hates them, but I love them because they keep all the gold in there. They can't get over that riffle. And I like to blow that sand out of there because I don't like, where's it at? Where's it at? It's going to sit down in the bottom while you blow the sand out. Look at that nugget.
Congratulations.
Well, it's kind of a picker. So we'll put that in the kitty. I'll tell you what, whoever doesn't find nuggets gets the nuggets today, and who finds nuggets gets the nuggets today. Oh.
Little tiny signal here, really, really small. Yeah, there's something in there. So we're... It's small. So we're gonna use those riffles. The gold should stick in the bottom. I'm gonna put you away for a minute because whatever this is completely tiny. That might be it. That might be it right there. Nope. I'll be right back. Whatever it is, we have it out, but it's not gold. It's a shiny silvery thing.
Holy cow, is it tiny enough? Is it a shard? Oh, I can put my thumb into it. It looks like a shard of lead. This is that beautiful red clay. Now, I know to most people it looks like just plain old soil, but it's not. I can tell by looking at it, it's got tons of iron in it, and that's what gives it that red hue. And this, if you look up the USGS reports on this, 1361 bulletin, you'll see that this is from the Muddy Creek Formation during the Precambrian period. And this is where all the gold is coming from. So
if you were to pan that out, a handful of that, would it be full of black sand?
Yes. Okay. And you might even get little micron gold in there too. Yeah. So I always advocate, if you're finding any kind of gold in this, pan it out. You're probably going to find little tiny specks with it.
Yeah. Nice.
So if you want to take buckets of it, take it.
Sweet.
I think you got plenty of room, right? Just put it next to your leaf spring on the roof.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I found some leaf springs about 3 weeks ago, and I on an old burned out truck in the desert, and I took the leaf springs because I want to make little picks out of them. So I've been carrying them for a while. I was using my hands because the target was kind of big,
right?
I figured it's a bullet.
Yeah,
you know, just like, I've never seen anybody use their hands, you know, because of course
you're the VLF.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it gives it a little signal,
yeah, the
right?
salt's in your hand.
So I can dig it in, and there's a freaking bullet there,
right?
But it's all kind of like mushed up a little bit, so I'm looking at it a little closer. Now I haven't positively identified it, but it might be a good one.
Let's take a peek. Come on. Hey. That's a huge monker. May I?
Yeah, please, please. Is it cold?
Yeah, I can feel the density of it. Look at that.
Dude, awesome.
Now that's a ripper.
Yeah.
That's what was found up in this range up here.
Wow.
And I'm always happy with the little ones. He's finding the big ones.
Well, yeah, I know.
Now you know what you got to do, right? You got to pop it in your mouth, clean it up. Ah, he's like, not if it came out of a rat hole.
Oh, why does that say rattle?
That monker. If that don't get your blood pumping, nothing will. Holy cow.
What's a monker?
A monker is a very large chunk of gold. And I made that up years ago. A friend of mine, old prospector friend, told me about that. He says, oh, that's a monker right there. Kind of like when they say a ripper in Australia.
So you didn't make it up.
Huh?
So you didn't make it up.
Take two. So, yeah, years ago, me and Slim made that up. And whenever you find a large gold nugget, we call them monkers like they do in Australia. They call them rippers.
Oh, it's huge.
That thing is a monster. It's a monster. It's funny because not far from here, James Gibson found close to, I think it was, what was it, a 1 ounce nugget? And right over here.
What would that weigh, do you think? No.
You always go by grams when you weigh. They used to do penny weight, the old timers did, and they still do, but I like grams. And I'm going to say that's 1.4 or 1.5.
Sweet.
That's where I'm putting.
Awesome.
But I got a scale in the truck. We'll find out exactly what that monker weighs.
I'm going to put that away.
I had a guy do
now,
that
you
once.
just throw them in your pockets, right?
Yeah?
Carry them around. You just put them in your pockets, carry them around.
Well, you're supposed to have a special jar, snuffer bottle that you put them into.
I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put them in your top pocket and bend
I get
over,
rid of this mud.
and then
Like
you get
mud.
out back to the room. Oh my God, where is it? In my pocket now. It won't fit in the jar. You're doing good. That's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome.
Now that's a nugget. That's a man's nugget right
Come
there.
on.
This place has been known to produce things like I was telling you, the guy on Treasure Magazine in 78, 79, he found a 5-ouncer on his property.
Oh, wow.
Right up the way from here, right up against the detachment fall on those hills. So,
Woo-wee, thanks, man. That's awesome.
you're doing the work. Now get out there and find some more. Then you're going to have what's called miner's remorse, okay?
Oh, what's
you gotta
that?
be careful with that. When you find anything smaller than that, you're going to throw it away. You don't want it. Oh, good job.
Awesome, man.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about right there.
Heck yeah. Well, let's keep on.
I love you,
keeping
man.
on. Ah, come on now. Hey, well, wife's not watching, right?
Ooh,
Nice.
awesome.
Ooh, put that in a little poke. Make sure there's... Nope. Yeah. That is pretty.
Yeah, it is, man.
That is nice. I love it.
Ooh-wee. It's ironstone?
Yep. See all that? And that is...
Is that what makes the black sand?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, okay.
When this breaks down and decomposes, it turns into black sand.
And you can hear that on a metal detector pretty good.
It'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
like a bong sound.
Okay.
But you always, you'll find this mixed in with the quartz up here. Tons of this stuff. So
It's a good sign.
it's a good sign.
All right.
I like it.
All right, so you got a wobble pop. You're going to give it to me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right. See it?
Yeah, yeah.
See it? Right there. See how it's
That could be
shooting?
good. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can hear it.
Didn't you go?
I can hear you,
I
machine.
thought you went over this area.
Oh my God. No, you know, I think I kind of,
Whoop, 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 whoop.
somewhere in here.
Yeah, what's that? What's that?
How did I do that?
Oh, send some traffic.
I gotta put you down. If it's not moved, I gotta put you down. Oh yeah. All right, let me set you down. Ooh, look at that.
That's a different sound. I know, right?
There we go. There we go. You hear that all the time? There we go.
That nice red soil. Look at that. Here, let me turn my...
Man, if that's a freaking piece of gold, man, that thing's a monster. Uh-oh. I don't know if I moved it yet, though. That's the problem.
Did you pinpoint it?
Well, no.
Because you just did it. There you go.
Yeah, I moved it. All right. You see me?
You see me going crazy?
Huh.
I got my glasses this time.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Do you see it?
Is that the big
Do you
one?
see it?
No, I don't see it.
I hear it. Hey, I do the little blow thing.
Well, you still got too much material in there.
God. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah.
It's not quite as good as it did. Oh, looky!
Oh, right there.
There it is.
Make sure there's nothing in that one, too.
I'm just going to throw one away.
No, don't, yeah. Some guys throw that one away. I'm like, no. Now you can do the blow technique. Because there's just,
Hey.
it's fine.
Can I do the panning technique?
Yeah, you can do that, too. Because it's so heavy.
All right, there we
look
go.
at that.
Looky.
Look at that monker.
That's a monker, too?
Well, it's a baby monker.
Come on. That's more than
Wow.
a baby monker.
Look
That's
at
a real
that.
monker.
Now that's pretty. It's almost like a heart or an arrow.
Oh, it's in a heart.
Ah, it's the love
look
nugget.
at that. The love nugget.
Look at that thing.
Dude, that's awesome.
I gotta be careful with that. It's so
Isn't
natural.
that
to
awesome?
pop out.
Hey, look.
Oh yeah, he's coming around.
He's the one
to
that
check
comes
on us.
around. Checks us out, huh?
Hi. Yeah, sometimes I'll give him something to eat.
All right, let's see the monker. It's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, he's
It's
a
kind of like
pretty
a little heart, isn't it?
one. Yeah.
Sorry about
That is
That's
nice.
awesome.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
Absolutely amazing. This is the quartz veins that you find out here, and this is what usually is carrying the gold if it's not in the Muddy Creek Formation. And you can see all the little inclusions of iron in there, and of course it sticks to a magnet.
Yeah.
And there's another piece.
So it is possible those rocks would have the gold in them.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah. Okay.
But I have seen ones out here like this that have gold
Yeah.
running through them, and that's
No,
a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
So And that's the crazy thing about this whole area, is I was telling you about the Muddy Creek Formation, which is this, and then up on this ridge is a detachment fault where you have these quartz veins. So you have two models of deposition going on at once, but it's just two different time frames. So one was during the Precambrian, which is the Muddy Creek, it flowed in, and then this whole shelf we're sitting on was uplifted and eroded, and you have all these fault veins running along the detachment fault, and it eroded as this whole shelf was brought up, and then it brought everything down. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So a lot of guys, what they'll do is they want to get up to those ridges and metal detect for this stuff that has the gold in it. And then if you can't get up there, then the other guys like me, because that's all private property, is we come down here and we metal detect all this Muddy Creek Formation material, hoping to get nuggets out of there. So it's like a 1-2 punch of gold. So it's always fascinating when you start understanding the geology out here, where it's all coming from. And if you're lucky enough to get on a quartz vein, which I know where one's at that does have gold in it, if we can get out there, you can actually see the specimen gold running through the fractures and joints inside the quartz. It's a beautiful thing. That's why a lot of times you'll have gold with iron. And that's why they say gold wears an iron hat, or gold rides an iron horse. That's where that phrase comes from. So there you go. Dawson is a geological term that signifies what happens when you have a high sulfide content deposit and all the sulfur is naturally oxidized and weathered out, and you have nothing but iron, and if there's any gold that was with the pyrite, the sulfur, then it'll be there too. So you have this cap that's basically an outcropping that used to be a pyrite, a sulfide vein, and all the sulfur's been weathered out, and so you have the gold and the iron. So they'll say gold wears an iron hat, or gold wears an iron, or rides an iron horse. And a good place that is typical of this is in Wickenburg, outside of Wickenburg at the Vulture Mine. Mr. Wickenburg himself found a huge Gossan, and it had nothing but gold in it. The problem is that when that particular vein structure gets down into the water table, it can't oxidize, so it goes back to sulfides. It's not worth anything anymore. You have to roast it to get the gold out, and that's a pain in the butt.
So I was out somewhere in Nevada, California, I think it was Nevada, and it looked like they had a big oven type thing set up around a mine. Were they roasting rock? Is that what they were doing?
What you do is you'll crush it down as fine as you can, and a lot of them look like trommels that have a heater element running through it, and they'll rotate it, and they'll heat the up to about 700 to 1,000 degrees. They'll heat the ore up, and it'll oxidize the sulfur out of all the sulfide material. And the small scale miners would do that by putting it into a small metal pan, and we've done it too, and we showed videos of it. And you crush it down to about 50 mesh, 20 to 50 mesh, and you just stir it as it's 700 to 1,000 degrees, and you'll see all the sulfur oxidizing right off of it, and it'll change color right before your eyes. Oh, wow. It'll go from like a whitish sulfide complex into a reddish hematite complex, and then you can pan the gold straight from that. Isn't it cool?
That's awesome.
So it's Mother Nature.
I learned so much from you. This is great. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you already knew that. Could have picked it up anywhere. No, you can't. I learned more in like 2 hours talking to you than I have in 10 years about this stuff. That's a sticky one.
You got a good one.
Gosh. So what percentage iron would that run, something like that?
Like 90%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. A little bit iron ore. I think we'll save that one.
Yeah, that's where the black sand's coming from.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah, gee.
Look at that marker.
Dude. Sure it's not just a rock?
Hope not. Hold on. No. That?
Yeah. Oh, that's a beauty.
See that quartz sticking out
Is that a specimen?
Yeah, I guess
could you technically be called?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see the quartz running all the way through.
Oh, you don't want to put it in your mouth because it's in a rat's nest.
Yeah, there's a rat's nest in there. I don't want the hantavirus. I might be crazy, but I'm not dumb.
No, it's not a wobble pop. It's juicy. All right, let's try to. That other signal was a hot rock, by the way. All right, see if we can hear it again. Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty shallow. All right, in here. Try not to hit it. Shit.
What are you doing? Chasing it around?
Yeah, well, you know, anticipation, as old Carly would say.
Ketchup would do.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I don't hear it.
I want to see you find
Don't do that. I know. I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
It's called a senior moment.
I've been having those moments for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh. Get it down the bottom. In the riffles. Yeah, in the riffles. Sound good. It's not even framed.
So funny. Oh, the camera's not picking it up. That's a little tiny metal detector.
I have done this so many times with relics.
Trust me, there's been times I've thrown the scoop out and kept the dirt in my hand when the target was in the scoop. I'm like, what did I just do there?
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Whoops. All right, looky there.
Let me see. Good job, son of Jim.
Oh yeah, looky there. It's a glitchy one.
There you go. Wouldn't it be funny if it came out brown?
That one's kind of chewy.
Yeah.
See, I can see gold. Come here a second.
Where?
Is that gold?
Yeah, it looks like a... Oh, it's a Visa card. No way.
Did you lose that?
Yeah. Well, you'll know when you get it because it'll have a name on it. I don't believe it. A Visa Gold. You found gold. Heck yeah.
It's in a rat trail, though.
Careful, it might be a trap.
Oh, God. Paul
LaRouge?
How to get out here in the bushes?
Yeah, I told you.
You know how?
Check the
I bet a
bushes.
rat, probably a rat probably drug it down
Oh,
there
yeah, 'cause
off
it's
the.
shiny.
Yeah. We'll give it back to him.
Wow.
There you go.
That's incredible.
What do you think? Possibly?
It's possible. It keeps shooting over the gold.
Pretty shallow, isn't it?
Jeez.
I don't take
It's
headphones
loud.
off. Oh boy. It's not Ferris, I'd guess.
Weaker. That thing knocks my socks off. I think you got it out of the hole already.
All right, I'll check. Oh no, it's gone.
Yeah, I don't think it. Oh, I heard a beep.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
I
Like a
don't know
22
what to do.
casing?
Or a shell fragment. Yeah, you
could
know, a
be
little
like
piece.
the jacket.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Well, it's in your hand.
Shit. Is that me or you?
No, you're still going. It's got to be this one.
Oh no. I'll sit again.
Nope, you got it.
Is it in there? You see it?
There you go. Yeah, wire gold. I'll take some wire gold.
You know, there's not much junk out here, though. I mean,
No.
that's like the first piece of
told you.
junk really I found.
All right, we had a bunch of fun out here today, me and the Chig. We found a lot of gold today. He found some good nuggies, some big monkers, and you know what that is. You got anything you want to tell these fine people?
Yes, I wanted to thank you for inviting me out here.
Of course.
And it was a great time.
Oh, it was an honor
I
having
learned
you.
so much about geology.
Good.
Found some gold.
Yeah! That's what it's about.
Yeah,
I
jump
got you.
over there, give him a sub. Well, and he's hilarious, and you learn so much. I mean, you teach people about geology and the rocks and things that are going on out
Right.
there that I didn't know anything about. So it's just awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Then my job
You'll get
is
hooked,
done.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Having fun, learning, and finding some shiny. You got any closing lines you want to say?
Yeah, you know, if you like my video and you feel like it, you know, go ahead and like it. Maybe leave a comment if you want to. The
Wow!
polar opposite of you.
Frank Beans! So come on.
So, yeah! That was a great day hanging out with Jeff. I really enjoyed his company, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've laughed that much in a long time. All right, we're gonna start heading back east, maybe do 1 or 2 stops on the way. But you know, I guess our time is up. Gotta go home.
You are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep hidden in